I mean, this is objectively a stupid decision, right? But he's funny. I have been battling with this in my brain for like an entire day. I have no idea. I should definitely give this to a unit that's not a dumb, silly joke thief, and I'm giving it to him. I don't care. I mean, it's only 5%, but it's 5%. That's 5% more than it was. That's crazy.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
That's what he meant by test? I expected some kind of trap, riddle, or magical foes to fend off. That was just a regular gang of hired blades. The disreputable kind, too. I wouldn't have hired these boys if I was drowning and needed their help. Perhaps he is saving the full extent of his powers for the true battle. Or perhaps he's a fraud. He can teleport, Lady Apathy. That's true, we all saw it. I remain unconvinced. Well, if he is a fraud, that'll just make our jobs easier. Come on, let's not give him time to pull a disappearing act. Hey, Kyra? This might sound a little weird, but can I maybe sit this one out? What, are you afraid of the big scary necromancer and his dark castle? I'm not. Okay, maybe a little bit. Can you blame me? I'm not exactly the strongest around here, am I? Well, it's part that, but there's also something I want to check out. Kyra, what's with the glare? Femi, say you won't go through people's stuff while they're away. Oh, come on, seriously? I know I'm a tiny bit nosy, but that's too much, even for me. I thought you trusted me, Kyra. I thought we were friends. It's not what I asked you to say, Femi. Look, I just want to check out a couple things. I'll probably be done before you are. I'll be waiting for you here. And you're sure you can't be more specific? It's probably nothing important. What am I gonna do with you? Alright, do what you want. Yay! I get to skip the terrible castle. Me warp-skipping chapters 24 and 24X in Gracia 776. Chicken. Hey! Alright, see you later, scaredy pants. Oh, you're so mean. What? That's the third time in a row. It's so easy. So harmless, too. All this thing is good for is opening locks. Ooh, is Sandy having doubts to the Inquisition? Is she gonna be a heretic? Oh god, what if this isn't like the start of character development, it's character worsening? She's like, huh, these heretics just have cool powers, they're not evil. But I can use them for evil. That'd be fucked. The commander of the border guard is here to see you. Tell him to wait a minute. Understood. The worst you could do with this is petty thievery. Why is this condemned as the most heinous sin of all? What have you been hiding for 400 years, Tartaros? None of this adds up. I need answers. So, you're the one placed in charge provisionally, are you? Indeed, Your Highness. Regrettably, General Telemus fell in battle. With the troops in disarray and the heretics moving at speed, well, it proved impossible to give chase. I apologize for our incompetence. I'm not surprised you lost. Those heretics are something else. They left a trail of bodies throughout the forest on their way to you, you know. They're a force to be reckoned with. And no doubt, how the fuck sound like Elmer Fudd, reckoned with, nah. The rest of the Border Watch awaits orders. What would you have us do? Go back to the capital with the rest of the late General's division. We're taking over. This is a matter of such gravity, it warrants drastic action. Yes, milady. Lorenzo, where is Yerma? Right here, milady, awaiting orders. And you'll keep awaiting them. For now, we'll just sit tight. Lorenzo, what have we heard from our friend on the other side? The last report claimed the heretic and cohorts were nearing Keep Wrexham. Going straight to the keep. Weird. Surely they're not entertaining the idea of enlisting Glamorgan's help, right? They can't be that naive. They've proven impossibly bold thus far. We better not put anything past them. The only thing we know for sure is that they will try to return in time. We will fall upon them. Will we fall upon them when they attempt to cross the border? That would appear to be the best course of action, and yet they wouldn't try without being confident in their odds. However we choose to proceed, they will not be easily defeated. Intrigue. Beamy being suspicious as shit. Sandy maybe not being pure evil. Army of Darkness, isn't that one of the Evil Dead movies? Am I gonna recruit Ash? Am I gonna have a chainsaw? That'd be cool. Good. Well done, one and all. You are victorious, and a promise is a promise. I shall now dedicate my full attention to you. Why don't you dedicate your hands to us instead so I can put them in chains? This has gone on long enough, don't you think? Give it up or we might have to break a few bones. Such threatening words. But can you back them up with power? I can. I have far more power than each and every one of you combined. Writhe in despair and tremble in terror as I unleash upon you the armies of the damned. What treachery is this? Treachery? Sorcery? He can truly revive the dead! Have you taken leave of your senses, Kyra? Come now. Apathy, why are you being so stubborn? Just look at them. They're rotting away, yet they're standing up. What other explanation could there be if not magic? Explain yourself, miscreant. What have you done? I am truly pleased to have garnered your admiration, my friends. And that's not all. I still have some mercenaries left in my employ. Mercenaries thirsty for the blood of their leaders' murderers. I shall, however, be magnanimous and grant you one final chance. Turn back and leave now, and tell the villagers to pay up their dues, lest we attack with the fury of 1,000 maelstroms. Wait, what? You'd still insist on petty thievery? Wait, we're not done talking. Is there no end to this nightmare? How many more unfathomable abilities does this man possess? Edward, you appear deep in thought. Just a hunch, but I'm thinking there's something very strange about those guys. Apart from the whole corpses standing up and threatening to fight us thing? No, actually, that's just the thing. They sure were threatening, weren't they? Standing there all menacingly while the bloke cackled at us? What are you getting at, Redbeard? All I'm saying is, let's not be too hasty, okay? Even you speak in riddles now, sailor? Enough already! Who told you I was ever a sailor? And besides, I really don't think what I said is that hard to understand. Too much is blanketed in a deep fog of uncertainty. Caution is imperative in such a situation. Do you not agree? Caution! We are in mortal peril! We need to kill those things before they kill us! Alright, that's enough bickering from all of you. The mercenaries are popping up out of the woodwork too. However we choose to proceed, we have to do it fast. Alright, well... Okay. So we've got zombies and we've got another boss. Goliath, a diminutive man serving as the second in command of the mercenaries in the employ of the necromancer. Yeah, with that devil sword, his actual speed's only 10. That's good. Polonius, a magician who claims to have unlocked the secret of eternal life. Bargain, halves prices in shops. Why the fuck would he have that? Oh, he's a con artist. Right, same thing as Shanam. Opportunist, plus 4 damage a foe can't counter. Alright, let's look through and see if there's anything I really need to keep an eye out on, other than someone else having Ephraim and Hector's weapons. What the fuck is Sigel? Effective against mages. Cool, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, Silver Lance. Where the hell's the Silver Lance? Okay. And then a bunch of zombies. Unimaginable abominations supposedly summoned by the Necromancer. Alright, they keep saying supposedly. I don't think those are really zombies. But I don't know what the hell they are then. Alright, let's go to camp. I think it sounds to me like Redbeard was trying to say, don't attack them. Because they're not really zombies. I don't know what they are, but if I'm using the power of my deductive reasoning, I don't think I want to kill them. And it's also worth noting that the zombies are all positioned in places that I don't have to go to. The only thing they're in the way of is optional treasure. And I don't think they would do that if I didn't want to spare them. But anyways, that's not quite. So then this, Perseus. Gah! Do forgive me, Kyra. I didn't know you were there. I apologize. I forgot. No harm done. It takes time to adapt, I know. What was it that you wished to speak with me about? I'm wondering what it is you're doing. Just curiosity, that's all. You should be wary. A heretic's secrets can be quite terrifying. Oh, please. Apathy's terrifying. You're a cinnamon roll. I won't argue with you there. That woman unnerves me. I have tried conversing with her, you know. I figured we might have common ground given our predispositions. I didn't need sight to tell me she was glaring a hole through my skull. That's apathy, all right. Don't take it personally. You know how parents tell their kids to stop scowling, or their face will stay that way? There's the living example. Don't let her hear you said that. Don't let her hear you said that, Kyra. She'd do the life-wringing with her bare hands. I can believe that. So, about that research of yours. Do you mind? Not at all, though I would advise against trying to read my tomes. Not because there's anything particularly private in them, they're just not books written to be read with the eyes, you understand. Well, why don't you tell me then? Have you heard of the forbidden magics? The magic arts of the Life-Ringers? Everyone's got some vague idea of them. If only that the theocracy says that it's very bad stuff. Oh, come on, Kyra. Live a little. I mean, I don't see how dark magic gets to exist, with causing earthquakes and ripping dark holes of matter in your chest, but healing's looked down on. I think one of them's a little more, how you say, heretical than the other. I have been attempting to rescue the reviled arts from the clutches of time. Oh, wow. No wonder you had to escape Tartaros. That's definitely not something they'd allow. You said it. Alas, curiosity doth kill the cat. On the other hand, leaving led me to Wulfric. And now to you. So I'd say it all turned out well. If you ignore all the other heretics that died. And granted, they left you behind, but granted, it was a panic scenario, and I don't really necessarily think they're evil for that. I think the circumstance that was causing them to leave you behind in a panic is the actual evil there, and not the people themselves. That's basically the entire thesis behind Danganronpa, but we're not going to talk about that. Goodness, your optimism is something else. You're just such a breath of fresh air. After Apathy, it's nice to know a so-called heretic that's just a pleasant fellow. I'll take that as a compliment, but let me just say, being a heretic is not where a heretic begins and ends. I could tell from our short chats that Apathy is a haunted soul. I don't know what happened to her, but she suffered. Greatly. You're right, yeah. Thanks for the Pearl of Wisdom, Tarsius. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but again, that was just a good conversation. I'm engaged in Tarsius' character. Hey there, Hestia. Kyra? What's on your mind, girl? Well, I'm just now realizing I don't know much about you. Yeah, that's true. We did just sorta waltz into your life. What would you like to know then? Ask away. I guess the obvious question is why you left the theocracy. I can't imagine it was lack of money or poor work conditions. You wouldn't need to do unsavory things like the knights do either. Yeah, it was a real cozy job. Made tons of weapons and armor day in, day out, got paid a mountain of gold. Honestly, it was just Pericles. I wasn't gonna let him and his kid go off alone. I guess you were good friends with Agari, huh? Well, actually, first I was friends with Pericles. We met when I was an apprentice and he was a rising star. I was a different person. We became fast friends. I'm guessing he wasn't the way he is now back then. Oh no, he was in his prime. Beyond spirited, devoted to a fault. Many called him the ideal of a knight. Some even thought he might make Grand Inquisitor one day. Yeah, that's about what I've heard and could have figured. The next question would be what changed, wouldn't it? I'm afraid I won't speak for him. Sorry. I can tell you this, though. It was partly because of me. How so? Ah, sorry, I'm starting to pry, aren't I? I don't mind. We're just getting to know each other better. I might tell you the whole thing some other time, but for now, suffice to say, I changed. It was a big change. I made him reconsider a few things when he found out. That's rather vague and ominous. But enough about me. Now it's my turn to be nosy. So, do you like boys or girls? What kind of first question is that? I've never really had the time, you know? I've never really cared when I was growing up. And just when I was starting to get there, Mom and Dad died. Ever since, I've just taken care of Elias and protected Percote. I see. Shame. Well, if you figured out, I want to be the first to know, alright? Yeah, sure. Alright, sure. Fair enough. Direct with it. Alright. So I think, like, I'm willing to assume Pericles' wife probably had something to do with his change. And Hestia also said she went through a big change. Alright, what am I thinking here? Maybe she transed her gender? Used to be a man? Because come to think of it, of the Holy Knights I've seen, Sandy's the only woman, so maybe oh, Agari, right, I forgot she's technically a Holy Knight. That's Wolfric, also not a Holy Knight. I don't know. What the hell happened to you, Pericles? It is rather rude to stare, young man. Do I have something on my face? Apart from my spectacles, naturally. I shall assume that you have told nobody. Of course not. What comes next? Are you gonna throw me into the pond? It has been so long. I have grown so old. Quite frail as well. You could easily best me. My life is yours for the taking. Why would you jump to such an absurd conclusion? I can't imagine any other intentions you could have. Blackmail? Ah, no, that's asinine. I have nothing you could want. My lady, please. It wounds me to hear you speak such words. I have no desire to see you distressed, much less harmed. I merely wish to ascertain my suspicions. Consider them ascertained. I ask again, what comes next? I understand now. I see. Pardon me, I am being impertinent. I shall take my leave now and bother you no more. This I vow to you. Ah, please, there's no need. I'm simply surprised. I had dreaded the moment this eventuality would come to pass. And yet, this is entirely unlike how I had anticipated it to transpire. Much has changed, Lady Eupraxia. Yet, at the same time, so little has. But that is why we are here, is it not? Indeed. Alright, God, I'm not even gonna try to figure out what the fuck's that's all about. Also, where's Don Quixote and... oh, there they are. And then there's you. Another conversation. Well, well, blessed be this day. What are you on about now? The mother has led me to beauty without compare. 'Tis truly a serendipitous encounter. I must thank her, next we find one of her hallowed shrines. Do you want to kick you in your hallowed shrine, preacher? What a response! threatening harm upon a pilgrim of the Mother. You are quite the bold sinner, my dear friend. You don't know the half of it. My soul's rotten to the core, little choir boy. You should stay away. It would shake the foundations of your perfect, bright little world. Hecate, I don't think Kairos is exactly a good Boy Scout Christian. I'm getting the vibes he is devilish in nature. And not like satanic, I mean devilish as in the man's a little, he enjoys having fun. Do not presume me so naive. I enjoy a little bit of daring darkness to go with the stunning beauty. You called me bold. Is there nothing in your tenets against blatantly flirting with unbelievers? Oh, against flirting in general. And I follow it, make no mistake. I'm not the type that goes around pestering any and all girls in sight. So I'm getting special treatment. Guess I should be flattered. What can I say? I like playing with fire. Kairos. She's a dark mage. You're the one who uses firebrands. Actually, in that case, what you said still makes sense. You are indeed playing with fire. You're one shoddy priest, you know that? Some would say the shoddiest. I like to believe I have an unconventional approach, yet no less valid for it. Well, dream on, big boy. I enjoy playing hard to get. You'll have to do a lot better than that to win me over. So cold, so cruel. Have I not piqued your interest even slightly? Very slightly. Ah, fantastic. I kind of like that. Alright. That's fair. Go get her, champ. You can do it. Pivy, accept my humblest gratitude, brave peer. For you have granted me the gift of purpose. I, Sir Keanu, shall lay down my very life for your cause. Thanks? Just play along. By my honor and title as a knight, I swear, thine quest shall to the happiest of ends arrive. Victory we shall seduce, that the Mother may safe keep us, and our foes condemned to the deepest pits of oblivion eternal. May our spirits be true and our hearts unyielding. Alas, I must beg for thy leave. Lethargy threatens to weaken. Ideal are the moments of torpor, to train thine body and soul. To the training grounds we travel. I'm gonna take a guess that he's always like this. What gave it away? You, on the other hand, seem decently sane. Mind if I ask what exactly is the deal with you two? My Lord Alonzo, he's a noble of territory far to the north. He used to be not like this, but his mind has been destroyed. Something terrible must have happened to him. Boredom. He was really bored. He started reading these books. He hated them. Hated them so much he set them on fire. So he started writing. First poems, then novels, and finally plays. He got really into the plays. He even started to rehearse them himself. He'd go through the whole thing as one character, and then again with another. And he'd just do that for hours upon hours upon hours, until now, he fancies himself a character in one of his own plays? Something to that effect, I guess. But I can assure you that he's not a bad person. He's even kind of strong. He could be of help. But you don't even know what we're up to. Well, he says he does, but I can only wonder what his idea of our quest is. If you were evil, folks, you would have mugged us and left us to die in the forest. You had the numbers and the opportunity. Nah, you ought to be good people. Girl, I think if your standard of what makes a good person is not willing to kill a person in the woods, you're a little off. It takes a bit more than that, I would think. Glad to have your vote of confidence. Teresa's the name. Just a humble sky warrior. Humble's gotta be right. You could certainly brag if you wanted. Fighters of the skies are rare. We're lucky to have you with us. Well, aren't you a charmer? Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm really freaking awesome. Okay. Don't let it go to your head, please. Alright. Cute. These two characters do not have any of the complexity of whatever the fuck's going on with these two. But they're not supposed to. And I think that's cool. Alright. Okay, Kyra. Let's be serious now. Do you think that necromancer guy can actually revive the dead? Apathy seems to be against the whole concept. I consider her an authority on these matters, but it almost seems like it could be real? I don't know. At this point, anything's possible. He didn't exactly look like the pinnacle of genius, that guy. And I think it takes some serious genius to cheat death. But who knows? Like you said, anything's possible. People just assume it can't be done. Maybe it's actually really easy. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I can tell you one thing. If that clown is the one who's beaten death, life's a bad joke. Ha! I'd have to agree with you there. Hey, Kyra? Yeah, Elias? Do you think that man could bring back our parents? Oh, hadn't even considered that. I don't think you should get your hopes up, Eli. I know. I won't, don't worry. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Nah, it was a reasonable thing to say. Reasonable in this context, anyway. You really miss him, don't you? Nah, what a stupid thing to ask. Of course you do. Damn, I still miss my ma, and she died 14 years ago. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to remind you. It was just a regular, peaceful death. She lived her life. Don't worry about it. Unlike our parents. Oh, but there's no need to talk about this topic, guys. Actually, we never did tell you how they died, did we? Oi! What did I just say? How's it any of my business? There's a reason I've never asked, kids. Some stupid traveling merchant had one too many. They're just ignoring him. Kyra and Elias are saying you are getting our sad anime backstory and you will fucking like it. Some stupid traveling merchant had one too many at the alehouse. He went to leave and whipped his horse so hard the poor thing panicked. Threw him into a trough and took off running like its life depended on it. Our parents were walking back home. It was just a dumb accident. It was my fault, too. Elias! How many times must I tell you that's not true? I find that hard to believe, Eli. I was the reason they were out that evening. They went to talk to the town's apothecary about me. If I never got sick, they wouldn't have... Elias, this should really go without saying, but you can't blame yourself for some jerk having no restraint. Come on, a boy your age shouldn't have that kind of regrets. I know all that. Keep telling myself over and over. I feel like such a burden. Our parents died because they left the house for me. You risked your life to get me out of that prison. And don't even get me started on all Kyra's been through for my sake. Everyone's always suffering because I'm here. And for what? We all know that I'm just gonna Elias! So, can I be alone for just a moment? Please. Damn it. Damn it, what have I done? Don't you start too. It's not your fault. All this is clearly taking a toll on him. Blast! I need to stop dragging him across the countryside. Probably got the right of it there. What if Barlow just adopts him? He'd live with a noble. Barlow seems like a good guy. Why not just give him to Barlow? Because, then you'd be separating brother and sister, and, Ohana means family, and family means no one left behind. Unless you're the new Lilo and Stitch movie, when it actually means leave your family behind to go study marine biology in America, even though Hawaiian natives get to study marine biology for free in Hawaii, because Disney has decided that everything should be less magical and more realistic. Shut the fuck up, you're Disney! Sorry. Alright. So as it stands right now, Femi is not selectable, and Eupraxia has been put into her place. I don't really want or need Eupraxia, because I got Raleigh, I got Your Magic Bow, I've got Hecate. Actually, I probably could use another mage. Let me think. Soder? I could give him the Mysterious Rock. Oh, Alonzo can use magic, can he? No, and he's not... I don't know. Who do I want to be the temporary Femi? Don Quixote? I mean, the hell with... No, that's another axe. I have enough goddamn axes. Instead, let's go... Wulfric, I guess? What was his other weapon? Lances, right? Yeah. We'll give you those. We'll give you, that. And that. Perfect. We shall go... Oh, hold on. This could be pretty hot. Is anyone here slow enough to want the mysterious rock? Oh, wait, hold on. Apathy. Because she can't fight. So honestly, stopping anything from doubling her would be pretty good. And Samirius, you're going to want that because your luck is actual poo-poo garbage. You are going to want another axe, if I have one. To the armory. Perfect. Fango's iron axe is fine. Lopez is fine. You're fine. You could probably also use a not steel bow. Alright. Let's just put Raleigh over there. And then, I don't know, like Wulfric or something. Alright. Let's save up. Wait, hold on. I'm going to remember that there is, in fact, a bunch of chests. So I should take the Master Key so that I don't have to worry about, throwing Lopez around everywhere. I can be a bit quicker. Can Lopez use the Shamshire? Oh, we can. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but you can't deny that you're interested, right? Alright, how long has this episode been going on for? Alright, we can actually get like 10 minutes of gameplay in there. Alright, so let's go with the Devil Lance. Yep, because again, right now we want Raleigh's Lance rank to go up. So, since this is the first turn, yeah, we could easily play around it going wrong and them getting, like, cursed. I would just reset the map. It would not be hard whatsoever. Begonia, yeah, can easily just handle you. There we go. Lopez. I mean, that's some pretty good damage. Okay, you're also a Sword Weaver, right? Okay. So with that, we should also have Wulfric. Yes, alright. So Hecate... Oh, can just straight up kill. Alright. Well, Samirius with the Javelin can finish off that guy. They're gonna get awfully close. And you've got a Lance Reaver. That's great. Sellsword. Okay. Oh, crud. And then you have a Lance Reaver as well. Okay. This is all more than doable. Yep, okay. So we start with this. And then that will leave you weak enough for the great Lopez to just run on up. Get you. Alright, there we go. Apologies for the sudden jump cut. There was a vacuum cleaner related jump scare that I was not prepared for. Alright, you have a Sword Reaver. That is still what I want Wulfric to deal with. Do I intend to really use Wulfric that much, or is he just a glorified filler unit? I mean, he's probably not bad if I train him, but, like, I've already got Femi and Pyra on bows. And I don't really give enough of a shit about bows to want to use more. Alright. You're dead. Wolfric, go right here. Perfect. Then Fango. I'm gonna make sure here. Yep. Fango can get you to come on over. You're doing that. You're doing that. Hyros over there. Yeah, just gonna. Oh right, you have the Oh shucks. No, you have the supply. I can get the repair hammer. But honestly, I probably shouldn't use Maelstrom like that. So, there we go. Alright, Agari can then pivot to the left to go that way. Lopez can go up to go this way. I just don't... Okay, so maybe there are... Yeah, like, the zombies can be pretty easily avoided. Kind of. Alright. Looking at you, looking at you. Raleigh's the only person that's damaged, so... And Kyra go over here? God damn it! What in the blazes is going on in this madhouse? The boss has gone who knows where. An army's forming up at the entrance. Fight, you curs, fight! Take them all back out of here. And someone go look for the boss. We need him. Okay, so the zombies move. Really feeling like I don't want to kill them, but like... How do I avoid them? Alright, well, Wolfric getting hit by that's not a good start. Yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah, Begonia's easily got this. Oh, she doesn't double. Huh. Fango's got this one, though. Yeah. Player phase. That guy's got a hand axe. There is much intrigue going on here. And I do believe... Okay, they have 0 attack speed. Alright. So I think the way to go here is if I just leave Kyra or Phyta in their attack ranges, they'll just never mess with them. Looking around here. Yes, alright. This is going to be a free sea and lances for Raleigh. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Still got the C rank, bitch. Alright, you know what? That's a sign that we need to end the episode here. We're just gonna go over. We're gonna heal you up, and, understand that the universe just told me to stop. And who am I to not listen to the universe?